Sausha from Sweet Pickins. We're working on a special project that we can't divulge yet, but we will show you a little bit of the behind the scenes of Sweet Pickins milk paint, as well as her, do you want to call it like a compound? Yeah. Situation, the barns, the greenhouse. Her house is just super cute, so we will show you a little tour of that. She has gorgeous views of the mountains. It's kind of dry right now because it's winter time. Got her little baked potato Airstream, and then we're gonna head into the milk paint workshop. And one of her pigs.
That pig was real small when she first got it.
Yeah, they grow up. Hi, Piper. You want to come work with us? Yeah, you're so cute with your little waggy tail. One day. I like how you've made like a cute little sitting area in here. I'm never gonna use any paint in the sink. I'm never gonna do that. Blah blah. Oh yeah, that didn't work.
Like first day we were washing paintbrushes out in the sink.
Yeah. It's so cute. I feel like we're always our own worst critic.
Besides where the chickens used to be, and everything grew like crazy. So we are headed home from, it's so bright, we're headed home from Saushas. I included a bunch of footage of her property. It's so fun. We cannot tell you what the top secret project is. It's coming out in 2024, but we just had a really great time. We're headed back home. We're going to be working on flooring. If you want to see us install the new flooring, that's going to be on the Jami and Zeb channel. Yeah. And then at the end of this video, would probably like tomorrow-ish, we will be working on our Furniture Friday project. So stick around because Furniture Friday is up next. Good Thursday morning. We are at the shop. We are finally getting this dresser out of the barn that we finished last week. It's nice and cured. So we'll get it staged up. We'll show you that. And then I'm thinking about what I want to paint today. So I contemplated doing this tall dresser, but Harrington actually just told me he needs a dresser, and I think this one would be perfect for him. So I'm gonna hold off painting that to see if he wants it. So instead, we're going to pick a chair from up here and get a chair project done, because we need a little chair to put next to the clock in the shop. And I wanna show you guys some basics on cottage color. So I'm gonna pick out a chair and then we'll go from there. You gotta keep it from tilting.
Okay, I got it.
Because I only got one hand on it.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Right there. Now that we've got the dresser in place, I wanted to show you what it looks like all staged up and just show you a little bit of what the shop looks like now. We've got a ton of stuff that we have from England, and we put in some of our brighter bohemian stuff from yesterday's Wisconsin Wednesday. Comment below with what your favorite item that we have that's new in the shop is, and let us know what you guys are enjoying seeing lately in design and decor.
out of bar soap at the house, which, you know, I usually wait until it's down to the very last little chip of soap, but I'm gonna go shopping for some soap. I don't remember if I've ever used the sea salt. I'm a big fan of the ocean and usually just go for that, but I think I'm gonna try the sea salt out, see what we get. A bar like this will last, I don't know, leave it in the shower, so.
2 months?
Yeah, maybe, no, probably a month.
A month?
A month in the summer. Apparently Jamie is shopping in the shop as well.
Well, we just got these cute new sweaters on, and for whatever reason, we don't have a photo, so I need to take a picture of me wearing it, and I'm excited because doesn't it look cozy? And I'm out of face wash.
It's definitely the right kind of day for it. It's gloomy, raining, almost snowing, but not quite.
I'm gonna be painting, so maybe I'll wait for the sign out to try it on.
I was like, hey Zeb, can you get that little chair all the way over there? That's perfect.
Next up, another barn clean out. It only needs to happen about every 2 months.
In my defense, it's not my fault. That's all Zeb's basil camping stuff.
Yeah, this is camping stuff out of the basement.
Halloween. Somebody bought this giant thing at the thrift store.
And these are dry. I just need to come in and get the leaves off the stems.
Yeah, and this is from England. These two pieces, they just need to be washed. We don't have any outside water on at home, so maybe next week we'll get those listed. So because Zeb is working on the floors, we've decided we're just gonna do this simple little chair. I'm gonna go ahead and get it painted with vintage pink. We have air hosed it off, but you can see that it has been many colors. It started out as blue, I know for sure. It was also red, and then I think apothecary, and then I never put a sealer over that. But it's gonna be super cute repainted, and then when I sand it, some of the paint might chip off some more to give me a chippy look, and then we're gonna try an inlay on the cottage color paint. When you're using cottage colors, it will separate because it has a built-in sealer. You need to stir it really well until it's completely mixed up. When you pull your knife out and it's the same color all the way down and the same thickness, then you know you've done it right. I'm going to just put 2 coats of the DIY cottage color and vintage linen on here, and then we'll be ready to put the inlay. To pick up the paint and products that you see here today, you can visit JamiRayVintage.com. Cottage color is all natural and is a single step paint. It has a built-in sealer and it's self-leveling. It covers really well in about 2 or 3 coats with the lighter colors and 2 coats with the darker colors.
Left of last night behind, and I need to get some peace of mind.
So I thought that I might put the inlay directly into the paint, but I've decided to use liquid patina because I want to distress this, get any of the chippy off, kind of bring out the texture, and then I'm going to put the inlay over that. So just got 220, and I'm actually just going to go across very softly and bring out kind of that chippy texture that was underneath. If you didn't want this, then my suggestion would be to have sanded it before you painted it. I wanted to work with the chippy to make it look old, so I left the original textured finish, and now I'm just gonna make sure there's no loose paint before I put the inlay on.
All right, so here it is, all distressed. You've got kind of the chippy layers. You can see that it's old and worn. Next up, we're gonna lay down a coat of liquid patina. Then we will put the inlay paint side down into the patina. I'm going to use my brayer just to make sure it's making really good contact. And once I'm sure that it's done that, I'm going to use a damp rag to get the back of the inlay wet. You can also use a mister bottle. I prefer a rag. It seems to work really well for me, and it makes sure that I don't oversaturate it. You don't want the water to be dripping. You just want the back of the inlay to be wet. I'm using a heat gun here to dry it. Make sure you're moving it quickly. And just heat gun for about 30-45 seconds, and then wait 5 minutes after you're done heat gunning before you pull it back up. You don't want to let it sit too long. If you let the inlay sit on half an hour overnight, then you'll peel it all up. Once it's dry, then you're going to just get it wet again, so that way you can remove the inlay
Again, I'm just using a damp rag, but you could use a mister bottle if you wanted to do that. Now that I know that it's saturated really well, I'm just going to peel up the back, take a peek at it, and just go for it. Because it was a little bit chippy underneath the paint finish, some of that chippy did come off when I pulled up the paint inlay, but I am really thrilled with how it turned out. I'm glad I decided to go with the liquid patina because I got a really good transfer, and it just looks like really cool old rose chintz wallpaper. This particular inlay is called Rose Chintz and comes with 8 sheets.
Okay, so because the paint finish underneath had some chips in it, that came off, which you guys know that's what we're going for. If you were doing this and you're like, I don't want anything to chip off, I want it to be more smooth and perfect, then you would need to make sure there was no loose paint. I left it on purpose because it's really the only way to get this kind of a look using cottage color. So if you've got chippy underneath, then it just kind of carries through. All we need to do now, because the sealer is built into cottage color, is seal the inlay. So I'm just gonna put another coat of liquid patina. Pro tip when you're doing this, go nice and quick. Do not overwork your inlay because it will smear. So easy on the wrist, seal it, and then if you want to, you can go over it again with another coat, but one should do it. Now my cutie little chair is finished. Zeb's gonna keep working on these floors. So if you want to see the floor video or the behind the scenes of Jami and Zeb Vintage, the nitty gritty, not always fun stuff, that's on the Jami and Zeb channel. I'll drop a link in the description box below. Zeb, hold the chair down where they can see it. You worked so hard on it.
I know, I did so much work on this.
If you guys need any of these paint products, visit JamiRayVintage.com. Be sure to stick around for close-ups of the chair. And if you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jami Ray Vintage for more
DIY.
We'll see you on the next episode.